I'm comfortable. He's napping. He's going to wake up and have his bottle, and I had to confirm that. So I feel really settled, and I think we should move forward with what we're about to do.
Should we clear our throats together? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh, you need to clear your throat.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mewis-Kerr. I'm Sam Mewis.
And I'm Kristie Mewis.
Yay!
Episode two,
everybody. This is Mewis-Kerr. This is a podcast brought to you from the women's game. My sister Kristie and I are here. We're going to talk about our careers in soccer. We're going to talk about our sisterhood. We're going to talk about the highs and lows of our lives. I feel like episode 1 of Mewis-Kerr was really just a full-fledged journey into our relationship, a look back on our childhoods together. So I'm really, really excited to catch up with Kristie today. Obviously, we're not living in the same country right now, but we FaceTime all the time. I just got back from visiting her, and there's just so much happening. There's so many stories from our careers we haven't told you all. So we have so much to share, and I feel like this should really just feel like you guys are listening in on me and Kristie FaceTiming.
And our weekly FaceTime calls are second to none. You don't want to miss them. So you guys should all feel really honored.
I called Kristie yesterday in the car, and we both just flipped out for like 1 minute about like why everybody won't just leave us alone. And then we lost connection and we like didn't communicate ever again until now.
Yeah, like there are like some days where I look at my phone and it's just like empty all day and I'm like, wow, like no one likes me. I have no friends. And then I like get sad about that. And then there are days when people like attack me and I'm just like, what's happening? Like, can everybody leave me alone? Like you just can't win.
Like, let's go back to isolation.
Yesterday we literally just called each other and just like vented for, I think you took the first 5 minutes, I took the second 5 minutes, and then like we got disconnected and it was over.
It's just, if you get disconnected from your sister, it's like nobody's calling the other one back. Like it's just like, okay. So here, the little sneak peek. Welcome to Mewis-Kerr. Today on the podcast, we're driving back down memory lane. This time, we're actually going to talk about our first Youth World Cup together in honor of the U17 Women's World Cup that kicks off on October 17th. So I'm really excited to tell you guys some inside stories. Plus, we're chatting Oktoberfest, my visit to London, Bologna, and we're going to tell your engagement story, Kristie. It's going to be a really weird and fun episode.
Ooh, okay. Well, everyone, welcome to the Muniverse.
Oh my gosh, your tagline. How do you think that went over?
I think it went over really well. I think it's maybe even better than our name. You know, that's what everyone's saying to me on the streets right now. Everyone on the streets is like, oh my God, welcome to the Muniverse. That girl, welcome to the Muniverse.
Literally, I know that not one single person has said that to you.
Everyone on the streets, everyone on the streets is saying that to me.
Okay, this podcast is brought to you by our good friends at Verizon, an official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026. Verizon is offering an incredible opportunity to our listeners and existing Verizon customers. From now through October 13th, visit the Verizon My Access app for your chance to score the hottest ticket of the year. You heard that right. The FIFA World Cup 2026, no one gets you closer than Verizon. Okay, Kristie, well, I thought we could start this episode by recapping our time together over the past few weeks. I was in London visiting you, your fiancé, Sam Kerr, your 6-month-old son, Jagger, and Sam Kerr's mom, Roxanne, was there as well, and we had quite the family week.
We really did. It was honestly so nice having you. It's just like that warm and fuzzy feeling when your family's with you. Like even though we probably like didn't talk half of the day, it's just like having you next to me. Like you obviously had work to do and stuff, but I was like, "Ooh, my sister's here." It's just that like nice feeling of having family around. And obviously you just coming and seeing Jagger, like it's just so cute seeing you being a little auntie. So yeah, we had a fun time. It was busy though. We just like obviously had so much going on.
It was so busy. It went by so fast. I feel like when I come visit, I'm like also trying to work, and like the East Coast work hours are like the afternoon in London. But it's nice. We like get up, we have like a slower morning. We like play with Jagger. We eat a nice breakfast. I always like make you a bowl of fruit. Kristie's like typical breakfast. Let's see if I can like nail it down. 2 to 3 eggs with like one of the eggs yolks removed.
So an egg white.
But you have egg yolks in 2 of the eggs, and then the third egg is an egg white.
Yes, but the protein is in the egg white, so you get a little bit of extra protein with a little less cholesterol because you know how cholesterol is an issue in our family.
We're gonna have to tell them all about the cholesterol, but that is a medical topic for another day. Kristie and I both have high cholesterol. We're working on it. So we do the
Are we
eggs.
though? Are we working on it?
Well,
Like,
apparently you are with your egg yolk removal.
that's the only thing that I do to, like, help cut it out, and I'm still having 2 full egg yolks.
I know, I also, like, think it's a myth, but, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll make you, like, 2 pieces of sourdough toast. One of them has butter, and then one of them has peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, you just nailed it.
And then we have, like, a full bowl of fruit, like grapes, berries, and, like, maybe on a special occasion, like, a little bit of a golden kiwi as well.
Your breakfast is Greek yogurt with that, like, Elizabeth, like last time you came, you brought it with you, which was,
I
like, so
did.
psychotic of you.
Purely Elizabeth chocolate and peanut butter granola.
Yeah, and
So good.
you, like, have it right as you wake up, and sometimes I catch it like, sometimes I can catch you, like, you're not actually enjoying it, you're just trying to, like, get it down the hatchet, like, you're kind of like and, like, you know how Greek yogurt is in the morning? It's like, you can just tell you're not enjoying it.
If you're, like, not gonna gag on, like, one of the bites, then, like, you didn't eat it fast enough, you know? But I get, like, so if I don't eat right away, but I have coffee, I get so jittery, and then I feel sick, like, all morning. So I just, like, choke it down right from the jump.
I know, and can we also discuss how, like, my beautiful, beautiful coffee machine and my television decided to be broken when you came over and visited? And
I know,
you were so pissed about the coffee
I
machine.
was, like, trying not to be, but, like, I look forward to making these iced lattes at your house, and, like, that just, like, wasn't an option, and it's like, what am I gonna brew another pot of hot drip at 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
I know, but that's where we, like, was all cute and, like, put Jagger in the stroller and walked to the coffee shop, like, you didn't need it that bad.
You're right. We had a great time. Jagger in the stroller, Jagger dancing in the mirror. I was singing my song on Good Vibes earlier this week where I go, "Who's that baby in the mirror? Who's that baby dancing in the mirror?" And I was singing that song. It's literally so cute. He loves seeing himself in the mirror and he giggles.
He does, he
And he like
absolutely loves
waves
it.
his legs around like this.
He kicks them, like, his legs go out like
Yeah.
this, when he gets excited, they go like this.
It's literally so cute. So we had a great time. We do have a couple like specific stories to go into about our visit. One of them is about our midweek trip we took over to Munich to go to Oktoberfest. This like wasn't really your bachelorette party, but it's like we're not doing one. So it's like it kind of was. It was like a lifelong dream of ours to go to Oktoberfest together. I feel like some sisters dream about like going to fashion week together. Some sisters dream of like going to an Italian villa and drinking Aperol spritzes, which I also dream about. That sounds so fun. But I feel like our dream was just like we need to be in the little drindles and have a stein and beer, and like that's all I've ever wanted to do with you. I don't really know where to start. Like there are so many avenues we could go down from our one day spent at Oktoberfest.
We had talked about it every single year for so many years, and I think we just wanted to go so bad because, like, when both of us were playing in the NWSL, basically, like, any league in the world, you can't really go because you're always playing in September at the end of September and October, so, like, we could never go together. The only reason that I went when I was younger is because when I played for Bayern Munich for, like, a hot minute, and that was, like, the highlight of my time there pretty much was going to Oktoberfest.
I mean, everybody knows this, but like the Mewises just like love beer.
We love it.
It's like truly like a part of our family culture. So I feel like our parents were like weirdly proud of us for going. They were just like, you girls go and have a great time. So we flew from London to Munich on Tuesday morning. Everything's going smoothly. Okay, the one thing I feel like you've already made extremely public was your breast pump usage. So I wanted to talk
I
to us about the
know.
breast pumps. You have these portable breast pumps.
I know, and you got like over the weeks we've been like talking about going to Oktoberfest and obviously like I had a little bit of anxiety going because I was going to be away from Jagger. I'm still breastfeeding him
It was your first night away from him in the whole since you've been pregnant.
in 6 months, yeah. So it like was giving me anxiety for weeks about like how I was going to do it. Is this going to work? Is it going to be okay? And you probably got so sick of me talking about it cuz I was like, "But what about breastfeeding?" Like I just like wouldn't shut up about it. But then like I get to Oktoberfest and I like am just pumping all over the place. Like I was a pumping machine.
Yeah.
And like in the like I was pumping in the bathroom before we went. I knew that I had to pump like 3 or 4 hours later. So by the time we got to Oktoberfest, I had to take a break. I went into the bathroom, put the pumps on, zipped my drindle up and just got back out there and did what I had to do.
Just got back to it. Okay, the other thing that I thought was so funny, Kristie, was the first thing we did when we walked into the Oktoberfest grounds was buy hats, which was like just so cute and funny.
That was awesome.
That was so awesome. And then we were wearing hats the whole day. But obviously, the whole place is like designed to like
Make money.
so we had our hats on, and at first they were just plain hats. And then we're sitting down at our table in an Oktoberfest tent, and people start coming by with hat accessories. And before we had a beer, I was like, no, 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 that's junk. I don't need a pin or a feather. We don't need hat accessories. Like that's junk. And they're just selling it to me because I'm an American tourist. I had 4 sips of beer and we bought pins. And this is a chicken pin that now is pinned on my backpack because I needed this chicken pin on my Oktoberfest hat. If
And you
you're
got a
listen,
feather.
yeah, I don't have the feather with me here, unfortunately. But I kept this chicken pin, and it's just like, how much was this? 20 euros. Perfect. Perfect.
Just like the more
Give
you had
me.
to drink, the more you were
I
like
needed hat accessories.
those people who walk around with the hats and with the feathers, they must be like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back to them in like 20 minutes."
I'll circle back when their beers get dropped off. I'm gonna circle back when I see their second beers get dropped off.
And literally, like, I was so disgusted when they first came around. I was just like, "What a waste of money."
She had like light up feathers and like light up pins, and we were like, no, 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 tacky. We respect the culture. And then literally 1 hour later, feathers, pins, light up.
Oh my god, a beer pin? Oh, I have to. I have to. That's what I said.
I have a picture of you with your and we'll post it on the YouTube. It's like the brim of your hat, and you're looking down, and
Yeah,
your
and I was like, "Get
beer
it cute."
pin. Get a cute picture of my beer pin. It's like so.
And I thought I was like so unique getting it too. I was like, "No one else is gonna get this pin today."
I like to think that we're like bearable, but 1.5 beers in, unbearable.
Absolutely unbearable. Like just screaming tourist, screaming American, and like whatever. I'm okay with it. We had a great time.
Yeah, we literally had the time of our lives. Nothing bad happened except Kristie lost her wallet.
Well, and I lost my hat. I lost the hat, I lost the pin. No idea where it is.
Well, that was when Kristie lost her hat. I said, "Okay, it's time to go home." We went home. Everybody's safe. Everybody's fine. And then in the morning, tell me in the morning when we woke up, we woke up a
Oh,
little hungover.
yeah.
When you
And I had to
realized
pump. Remember me pumping in the night? Like I had to wake up at like 2 a.m. to pump, and then I woke up at 6 a.m. to pump. And I was sitting against the bed like this because you kind of have to sit up because it's like attached to your boobs, and I was just kind of like you were sighing. You were doing your sighing thing that you do when you're like upset sleeping. You have upset sleeping.
I know.
And you're like
Well, that's just me going like everything's okay. We're safe. We're home. Everything's fine. We're going home soon. Nobody and I say this to myself, nobody did anything wrong. Nobody did anything wrong. Everybody's okay. You're not a bad person. Everything's fine. That's what I'm
You're
saying to
allowed to
myself.
have beer. You're allowed.
But I like it was that like not sleeping feeling where I was just like, you need to
Yeah.
keep resting, but like I wasn't asleep. At one point in the night, you like grabbed onto me and you were like, I just need some dopamine.
I like needed physical touch because I was obviously just feeling
We
so
were
ill.
scared. We were scared.
You get so scared. Even though like we're allowed to be doing what we're doing, you just feel so scared when you wake up. It was horrifying.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
people can imagine the Mewis' scaries are something to be reckoned with.
yeah,
Okay, tell us when you realized you lost your wallet in the morning.
were we getting ready to go down to breakfast? And I think I just like I was looking in my bag and I was like, oh, this I think I was like I had to charge the breast pumps. So I had to like get the charger or something. And I was looking in my purse and I was like, two breast pumps were in here. My lip gloss was in there still. My lip liner was
Perfect.
in there still.
Perfect.
My blue wallet was not in there. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Let me like look on the floor. Let me look on the floor. I'm looking on the floor and then I'm like, Sam, I finally had to kind of like muster up the courage to like say it out loud, which was just so heavy. But I was like, Sam, I think I lost my wallet. Can you help me look for it? We're looking. And then like it just comes to you that you're just like, I can't deal with this right now. This is not real. This isn't happening. My wallet is in the room, but like I can't deal with this right now. So we just went about our morning and we just didn't even acknowledge that my wallet was gone. Went down to breakfast, had a nice breakfast. Oh my god, the buffet. We could go on and on all day,
I
honestly. The
know.
buffet.
Buffet breakfasts in Europe are so lit.
Yeah,
But we were ill. So I
we
think
were ill.
I ate watermelon bacon. Like my whole plate was red. Like I ate watermelon bacon and like a croissant with jam, and I just
But
like
also,
choked it
like, can we
down.
talk about how you, like, came back you're on your 3rd trip, you were like she was sitting like this, and she was like, "Alright, I'm gonna give it one more go," and she goes up to the thing, the desk, like, the what is it called? The
The
buffet,
buffet.
and she comes back with, like, 3 pieces of romaine lettuce and a tomato, and I looked at her and I was
Like
like, "Are
I
you
made a breakfast
serious?"
salad. I made a breakfast salad.
Yeah, and, like, I have a video on my phone, we're gonna have to put it on here. Like, I have a video on my phone of her eating it, and like, she was literally punishing herself trying to eat a salad, like, just any sort of greens that she could get, and I was looking at her like, "Oh my god, you are brave. That was disgusting that you did that."
Yeah, I mean, look, we had to do what we had to do. It kicked off our whole day of recovery. We were meant to go back to Oktoberfest on that day. Weirdly, there was kind of like a threat on the Oktoberfest ground. So very early in the day, we decided that we weren't going back. We decided to fly home a night early, just saying like, let's chalk this up as a win. We're in our mid 30s. There's no need to do this for 2 days, and we're gonna fly home tonight. I feel like we like made the right decision traveling home early, but from right off the rip, the Uber to the airport, the all the exits to the airport were closed. Like Munich that day for some reason seemed to have like a lot going on. And so we miss an exit. We see like this like long line of traffic waiting to get off this exit that's like literally closed. We go by it and we go, wow, uh-oh, like that's crazy, but we'll get off the next exit. The next exit, same thing. The next exit, same thing. So now, like, if the airport's here, we're driving. We should be going here, but we're driving up here to go in over here on like the east, and I'm panicking and I'm going to the Uber driver. Do you think you could drop us off at a train station? And he's like, no. We end up making it with literally so much time, and we're sitting at our gate for like an hour to spare, and like my anxiety was so outsized, it was absurd.
No, but
Then
in the Uber, like, I could tell Sam was, like, trying to keep it together. At this point, I was, like, pretty hungover, and I was just kind of like, "It is what it is, like, it's gonna work out," type of vibe. Sam looks at me like this, she's like, "I have anxiety."
my travel anxiety is like not
It
cute.
isn't yeah, it's
It's
not cute.
not cute. It's so bad. I always in my head, I have like 3 plans to get where I need to get. It's like, well, if my flight gets canceled, I'll drive 12 hours through the night. What?
And then you were saying too, you were like, "We shouldn't have done this." Like, you, like, go so dark where you're like, "This was a
I
mistake."
I literally my first instinct is to go, I we made a bad judgment call. Our value system isn't working. We need to reevaluate the way we make decisions.
Like, she questions everything, like,
And
literally
literally
questions
it's
everything in her life.
because I think I'm gonna miss a plane to get back to London when it literally doesn't matter at all. I'm not supposed to fly back to the next day anyways. It's crazy. We get to the airport. It's such a scene. We have no dinner. Such a scene getting on the plane. And then we're sitting on the plane and we're hoping we just get something light and edible to survive. We did not eat any dinner.
'Cause there was nowhere that we couldn't get dinner, there was
We
nowhere to
couldn't get
get
dinner. We
anything,
were
there was
rushing, and then the gate, and then it was a whole thing, and then so I'm like, "Okay, give me, like, a little chicken sandwich. Give me anything I can eat
just
because
something a little hot but like, a couple of hot bites, that's all we
a
wanted,
couple
like a
hot bites."
yeah.
We get served. I can still taste it, and it's still in my stomach now. We get served a bowl of cold bologna bites served with pickled onions.
And pickles, pickled onions and pickles.
And they're these little they look like pepperoni, but they're bologna, and they're little round bologna bites, and they're cold, and they're in, like, an oil. And I was so hungry for dinner that I ate them, and I ate them, and they sat in my stomach, and I looked at Kristie like I shouldn't have eaten the bologna, and then even the next day,
Yeah,
I thought about the bologna, and I
I
went,
think I, like, burped it up the next day, if I'm being honest. I know that's disgusting, but, like, it's that just, like, German, like, sausage and it tastes exactly like bologna, and, like, that was our dinner until we got home,
And it's
obviously,
like,
but
I love a German sausage. I ate 6 German sausages on Tuesday. I'm here
yeah.
for it. It was just the cold bologna post Oktoberfest on the plane home, and it just did me in. We survive, we make it home. We're so blessed to wake up the next morning home when we should be traveling home. Come to find out, Kristie gets an alert on her phone. Our original flight that we were supposed to come back to London on got completely canceled. So, like, thank God we came home the night before. We had an amazing time. I think our advice is that if you're in your mid-30s, you only need to go to Oktoberfest for 1 day. You are not 22 anymore. You can't do 2 days. You can't do 2
If
days.
if you are like us, you only go for 1 day.
Yeah, and you send it. You send it. You send
Yes.
it for 1 day. It's more than enough. It's a great time.
The first day we absolutely sent it. Like, it was unreal. Like, I have no
Yeah.
reason to ever go back there again.
Well, except to find your wallet, which is at the lost and found.
Yeah, but we're not dealing with that.
No, Kristie spent some time on the phone this morning trying to get a new credit card sent to her.
London address, and they were like, no, ma'am, sorry, we can't send credit cards internationally. We can't do that. We can send you a temporary card without a chip." And I was like, "Oh, like, no, that's not gonna help, actually. That's not gonna help me at all. Can you send it to my parents' house?" So they're sending my new credit card to my parents' house in Massachusetts, and then I'm just gonna, like, have to shamefully tell mom and dad, even though they're probably gonna know from this podcast, that I lost my wallet, and they're gonna
Well,
have to send me my license that I had to order this morning as well, a duplicate license and a credit card in a box, and I hope mom put some chocolates in it.
she'll put dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses in it. I know
She
because
will, and
that's
I'm
like
I'm
her
excited.
recent obsession. I did just need to say, like, poor mom and dad. This is something to add to our list of things we'll have to ask them about when we have them on the podcast. How many times they've had to, like, deal with us losing our passports in a cab or our licenses or our wallets.
Oh. Have you lost your passport in a cab?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
When?
And then I think the cab driver, like, dropped it off at home, and dad was like,
"Hey, Sam,
"A man is here with your passport."
passport?"
Dad's, like, so ashamed.
I get, like, too
Poor mom
embarrassed
and
to tell
dad.
them, so I just, like, let it rock up at the house, and then they're like, there's another license here, even though you just like, did you need to get another one? You just got one 4 months
Yeah,
ago."
there was
We
me
just
and
let it
Kristie had an
happen.
irresponsible spell, and we're gonna move on. We're fine.
Didn't we all?
Didn't we all? We're
Didn't
very
all
les any
didn't we
meat and
all meat and
potatoes
potatoes?
person, if you understand meat and potatoes, you've lost your license in a cab, and, like, that's all.
Did
Well,
we just say meat and potatoes at the same
we
time?
literally did, and you know what I think it really is? It's like every episode, we're gonna give an example of, like, what it means to be meat and potatoes, and this episode, what it is losing your license or your wallet. And it's
And
just like,
not
yeah,
dealing
it's
with
it's
it.
it's just meat and potatoes. Okay, we need to move on. We're gonna talk soccer now, everybody. I know the Oktoberfest talk was a big chunk of this. It's very important to us, but let's talk soccer. I feel like last week we got so much great feedback about the stories we told from growing up together. So I wanted to kind of, like, keep going chronologically, and talk about, like, our youth national team camps and the youth World Cups that we went to together. And funnily enough, the U17 Women's World Cup is actually starting next week in Morocco. And there's some familiar players, people who are listening to this may know from the NWSL, like KK Ream from the Utah Royals, Michaela Johnson from the Chicago Stars, and Mac Witham of Gotham. And I'm so excited for these players. Like, tournaments like this, these youth World Cups are where you first start to get a taste of, like, really competing for your country in a tournament. Like, this isn't just a friendly, this is like a really organized big deal. It's a big event. There's a lot of pressure, but I feel like it's when you can also start to see your future of, like, what it would be like to play for the senior national team. You feel like people are watching these games. You feel like, it's really important what the outcome is. And I think that this tournament has the capacity to be, like, a really big deal and a pivotal moment for these young players. Like, these are potentially, like, the future stars of the US women's national team, of the NWSL. So it's going to be really, really fun to watch them play and to be like, me and Kristie played on this team. Crystal Dunn played on this team. Allie Sentnor played on this team. Lindsay Horan played on this team. It's really cool to imagine that some of these girls playing in this tournament next week are going to be the names that we all know in, like, 5-10 years time. They're going to be the household names of the US women's national team. So, Kristie, I want to talk about some of our experiences. The first time we went into a national team camp together was in the build up to one of these U17 World Cups. It was probably like 2007. So I was 15, you were maybe 16. We're like starting this cycle, which is like maybe a year and a half cycle of building towards the U17 Women's World Cup in 2008. But we definitely weren't playing professional soccer. And there are girls going into this World Cup who a few of them are in the NWSL. I think there's a couple in the USL Super League. Some of them are in high school, like we were. And I'm trying to think back to like, can you imagine being 15 and 16 and like playing in the NWSL?
Literally, no. Honestly, like, I can't think about it because, like, I just at that time, like, you just didn't really think that something like that could happen. Like, you couldn't think that it would turn into this just, like, huge league with, like, all of these amazing players and all of these people backing you. Like, it was just something that you, like, couldn't really dream of. And me being 15, 16, however old we were, like, playing in the NWSL, like, I just feel like I would be such a child.
I do think it's cool though to see how all these resources are in place for players like this to play professionally. Like I think sometimes I think back and I'm like, I wish like had we been born later, how much of a better player I would have been because I would have been exposed to a higher level at a younger age and I think I would have like developed better. Um so it's very cool to see. I want to talk about like maybe our first call-ins and I don't have a vivid memory necessarily of like our first camp together because you kind of start like you get called into this camp first when you're 15 with like 100 girls and you go to California and you play for a week. And then from there they kind of pick like a group of 25 to start going in with the U15 national team. And then somewhere along the way, we just got called into the same camp with the 17s. Do you remember specifically like the first time we were there together?
I definitely remember, like, because was I going into the 17s a couple of times, and then you got your call from the younger
Probably.
team to the yeah, I do remember that, and I think I was, like I was, like, jealous that you were coming in. I was like, "Ew, why is she coming in?" Like, I like, I think I started
That's
to feel, like,
annoying.
threatened. But I was also it's weird because you feel all these different things and, like, you don't really know how to process them when you're that young, and,
No.
like, I felt really young then, so I was, like I was a little bit, like, mad that you were coming in because I was like, "This is, like, my team," but then at the
Yeah.
same time, I was like, "Oh, like, my sister's coming with me, like, this is kinda sick." So it's just, like, you do feel different emotions, like, I'm not ashamed to, like, say that I was a bit mad that you were coming in. I think, like, a lot of siblings would feel a type of way about it, but 'cause it was again, it was like you were always kind of, like, chasing me,
I know.
and then, like, this was, like, a whole 'nother situation where, like, now you're chasing me again, and you're, like, in the same environment with me again.
I know. And I think I had also just like joined your high school team.
Yeah.
I remember some kids in high school always like taunting you and being like, "Oh, is your little sister going to be better than you?" And then that must have just been like kind of like a burden to carry and to feel like you kind of always had to like one up me. And then now I'm coming in and I'm playing up with your team and I knew that that was annoying to you, so I like tried to be like very meek and like respectful. And I
Of
remember
course you did.
when we'd like fly together, like so now like imagine we're a family of 4. Our parents are dropping us both off at the airport to go away for a week.
Which was so sick, like, it was actually so sick that we were going together, like,
It was so awesome, and I
oh,
always remember you, like, were nervous about flying, so anytime there would be turbulence, you would, like, hold my hand, and I
yeah.
was like, "She may hate me, but she still needs me." Because I felt like you, like, wanted to hold my hand when you were scared.
You're just, like, so sweethearted, like,
I
you have the
know.
sweetest, sweetest heart,
And you just
like,
didn't accept it until we were, like, 25.
I know, I did need you on the flight though, but that's the thing is that, like, you have all of these, like, emotions and, like, how you feel about things and, like, you feel jealous, you feel like you feel competitive, but then it's like, "You're my sister." So it's like, yeah, I was gonna hold your hand if I was scared, like, it's just so wild that we were able to kind of, like, experience all of those emotions growing up together.
I know, it sounds like we, like, should have been in therapy from, like, 15 to just, like, talk through all these, like, complicated feelings,
But
but
that wasn't a thing.
we're
That
doing
wasn't a
fine.
thing.
We're doing fine. Look at us, we have a podcast.
We went to Oktoberfest. Look at us.
Okay, so my first memory of going into a U17 camp with you is so random, and I don't think it would be what people would expect, but it was the tennis ball juggling test.
Oh my god, that, like, just ran shivers down my spine thinking about that.
Okay, so
Oh.
I know. So we're like 15, 16 years old. We're going into a youth national team camp, and our coach, his name was Kazbek Tambi, and he like had this theory that we should all be able to be like really comfortable juggling a tennis ball with our feet. Like it was like his thing. He was like, if you're good with the tennis ball, you'll be good with the ball. So we would get tested every camp by Kaz, by the coach, and he would count how many juggles we could do with our right foot and our left foot with a tennis ball. And there was this like theory of doing it where you're hopping on your other leg and you're just juggling really small, and you had to like really have like good form, and it's nothing like juggling a soccer ball, by the way.
Yeah, the tennis ball comes off your foot like this much.
And
If
you
you got
just
really good at it, it comes off your foot this much.
yeah. And we got so good at it because it was all we did. Like we would go home and I would practice tennis ball juggling every day because your head coach is counting. It's so stressful. And so Amber Brooks, who still played in the NWSL for a long time, still is playing in the USL Super League. She actually played for Kaz on his club team in New Jersey. So she had been doing this her like whole childhood, and she was so good at it.
She was. She was really, really good at it. And like, I can't get over how stressful it was. We would be just outside in the yard. And like, the thing about it too is like, you could be really good at it for like 2 or 3 minutes. And you're like, oh my God, I just got like 30 on one foot and like 38 on the other foot. And that was like good. That was a pretty good score. But then like, you would just tank and get like 5 and 7, and it could just happen at any moment. It didn't matter how good you were or how bad you were. Like, it was just like, you're juggling with a tennis ball. Like, this isn't like soccer.
Sometimes it hits off your shoelace. Sometimes it wasn't you.
He would just stare at you and he would kind of give you this look like if you got a bad score, he was just like, and it was a look of like, you might be cut next camp because of this.
Actually, you literally just saying that. I'm 15. I'm a people pleaser. I'm nervous. I have anxiety. I have internalized my entire life for the last 17 years that feeling. You could lose it all if the tennis ball hits off your foot wrong. And that's
And
where I'm like, I'm a bad person if my flight gets canceled. That's who I am. That is, and I just like gave all of myself over to this idea that any coach at any time could determine if I was good enough or not. And it was random, and it could have been a random thing. Anyways, we got really good at tennis ball juggling. Obviously, the whole group got so good that they had to start putting a time limit on it, where like the test started taking 3 and 4 hours because all the girls would do it for 15 minutes each. And so they started putting like, if you can do it for a minute straight, you can stop. Like they started like time limiting us because we all got really, really good at it, because obviously you have all these young women who want to make this team so bad that all they're doing is practicing tennis ball juggling. It was like you, me, Crystal Dunn, Erica Timrak, Elizabeth
Morgan.
Eddy, Morgan Gautrat, like that was the group. And that's why I think it's actually so cool to look at this group now and be like, those are the names we'll be saying someday. I hope that they don't have to do the tennis ball juggling just because it was so stressful, but it was probably pretty good for us too.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, I think that it actually was like, who knows if Kaz actually really cared if we like how many juggles we could get, but I think it was like the discipline of it. Like
Yeah.
he wanted to see who was actually willing to do this like absurd.
At home.
Yeah, like who's doing the
Yeah.
work at home, like who cares enough? And I think that that's kind of like what separated that group, and like could potentially be a huge reason why all of them played professionally and with the national team for so long. Like not all of the girls who played at U15, U16, U17 with us made it to professional and made it with the national team. And I think it's just like it's discipline. Like we were learning discipline, and that's what he was trying to instill in us. And I think that it probably helped us.
I think so too. And I think that this was probably like a year and a half of like trying out for this team. That was always the thing that got instilled in us really early too, was you're not ever on the team until the roster for the tournament gets named. Every camp is a tryout, and you might not get invited back to the next camp. And I actually feel pretty lucky. I think there was one U20 camp that you got invited to that I didn't. I don't know if you would even remember that, but
Oh, I remember. I remember.
I was so sad. But that was
Yeah.
years later. I think luckily for the 17s, we both got called into every camp. We both made the final tournament roster. And then we went for like a month to the U17 Women's World Cup in New Zealand. We missed school for a month, which is
Them-
so absurd and wild.
Yeah.
And I do want to talk more about that. But I have this one vivid memory from the tournament, which we did really good at. We ended up making it to the final. But I remember like all year in the build up to this tournament, I was like starting. And then I think, and like this could be the fact that this was 17 years ago and I don't remember the details. I think the first game in, I like lost my starting spot and you came to my room to tell me I wasn't starting.
I don't specifically remember that, but the only thing that I can think of is, like, maybe I sat down with the coach and he kinda talked to me about, like, who I was gonna be playing with and stuff, and, like, normally I had been playing with you, and then, like, maybe you weren't on there. That's, like, what I'm thinking happened.
And then you like loyally came to tell me so that I didn't hear in front of everybody.
Yeah, yeah, I think so, but, like, how did that feel, honestly, though? Like, after because you were a regular starter.
I was kind of like, "What?" Like, well, one, like, why is my sister coming to tell me this? This is so bizarre. And then I feel like I like remember being like, she shouldn't be starting over me. Like, this is a big game. Like, did the coach just get nervous? Like, I didn't really get it, but I was young and like I probably was pretty inconsistent. I was like such an emotional young player that I feel like I always had like a really high ceiling to be so good, but I also had this like mode I could go in where I was like really scared and nervous and like not that effective. So I wonder exactly what happened, but I do think regardless, even though our relationship at the time was so strained, it's different when you have family there to talk to. Like even on the full team, you can't be honest with everybody all the time because one, they're your competition, and two, it's not really good for the team for you to always be like saying how you feel and being like, well, I'm feeling really upset that the coach isn't playing me and I'm better than her. Like, you can't just say that to anybody, but you can say it to your sister. And so I think that having you there, even though we weren't close, is like that was always like our safety net. It was always the one place we could go when there was actually something wrong and we could trust each other. Even the fact that you like came to tell me, like nobody else would have really been able to do that. So I think it was like really valuable, even though we were like kind of always fighting too.
I think so too because, like, no matter what age it is, like, it was like it could be, you know, it could be U15, it could be U20, it could be the full team, like, American soccer is, like, cutthroat,
Yeah.
and, like, when you're in camp, you are if you are not, like, ready to go, like, someone else is right there. Someone else is gonna come and take your spot. Like, you have to be so turned, like, on every single second that you're at camp. It doesn't matter the age group. Like, it is so, so, so cutthroat, and when you're in an environment like that, it can easily be really like a little bit toxic and a little bit like, oh my God, like, am I crazy? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of question things, you question everything. So obviously, like, yeah, that's really good for you because I mean, we both made the national team and it like makes you great. But also like we were able to step out of that and have like we had a family member
Yeah.
with
And
us.
like nobody else did.
I know, like
Everybody else was like alone.
I know, like that's so crazy. I'm so sorry,
It was
everybody.
it I know it must be real hard to be out there without your sister. I do feel like it was like such an advantage for us and that we're really lucky we like got to do that. I mentioned so we're away at the U17 World Cup for a month. Every other month for like a week and a half we would miss school. And so I remember like being in high school, like I was pretty smart. I like still did pretty good in high school. And you'd have to every month convince your teachers, like you'd have a new teacher in a new year and you'd go, "Hi, like I'm a soccer player and I
Oh
have
my
this great
God.
opportunity to go and play for the U17 women's national team. This is out of the whole country. Only 20 girls get to go. I get to go. Is it okay if I miss history for a week? I'll do all my reading. I'll take the test when I get back." And you had to hope that your teacher was like willing to work with you. All we would do on these trips outside of practice was study. Everybody was doing homework the whole time. We'd come back and we'd have to like go meet with our teachers and make stuff up. And actually, this is how I like got Pat, who's my husband now, to first hang out with me in high school was we were in like an AP US history class together. And I like of course missed 40% of the school year that year. And so one day I literally, Kristie was like, hey Pat, like I need some help with AP US history. Like, do you think we could study together?
Oh my God, what did he
And Pat
say?
Pat was so smart. He was like salutatorian of our high school. So and obviously he was like, yeah, like I'll help you study.
'Cause he had a crush on you anyways, didn't
I
he?
know. He did. It was
Oh,
so
I
cute, and
love
then we, like,
that.
studied at his house together, and I, like, knew all the answers already, I just, like, wanted to hang out with him.
Oh, that's so cute, and look at you guys now,
I know, now we're married
and have 2 dogs.
and have 2 dogs.
I have a funny story about, like, missing school in high school. It was honestly so absurd because, like, I feel like my teachers would come up to me and they'd be like or I would go to them with, like, the paper. I think we had, like, a
Yeah,
paper
we would
to
get,
be
like, a
like,
letter
"This is the
printed out.
invitation.
"Please
This is the
excuse my
invitation."
child. She's, like, a
And
prodigy at soccer, you need to, like, let her go."
yeah, and my teachers would be like, "Oh, that's fun." And they, like, didn't
"Oh,
understand.
you're going to New Zealand?"
"Oh my god, that will be so fun." And I'm just like, "You have no idea what I'm doing." Like, they didn't get
I'm
it, which
juggling a
I
tennis ball for 6 hours a night.
yeah, like, they didn't care at all. They had no idea what I was talking about. I don't really think they cared if I missed class or not. Like, they would
I
probably
mean,
just
yeah,
pass me. I think I got,
they
like,
had other stuff
C's.
to worry yeah, they had other stuff to worry about.
But my actual story is my gym teacher
Mr. Barrington
yes, Mr.
would
Barrington,
make us make up gym.
we had to make up gym. So we're going
Shout
away
out
to,
Mr.
like
Barrington. You were very supportive in so many ways. Mr. Barrington was the boys soccer coach.
yeah,
But
and
I
he
think he
was.
didn't want to take it easy on us. So we would go away and play soccer at the highest level, come back to Whitman Hanson High School and walk laps around the track to get our gym credits back.
I like there was one day where I came back from camp and he was like, "Well, you missed all you have to make up all these workouts." And I was like, "Okay, well, like how far do I have to like what do I have to do?" And he was like, "Well, you probably have to run like 3 miles to make it up." And I just like went out on the track and ran around the track 12 times. And I was like, "Okay, am I done?" I ran around the track 12
In
times.
order for us to get an A in gym. I remember dad was like secretly so annoyed about this because he was just like,
Well,
they're the example for the gym. Like they may not be the example for any other class, but for gym, they have embodied a healthy lifestyle.
yeah, like of all the teachers, like I think my history teachers, like 2 of my history teachers were like, "It's okay, you don't have to make up the quiz. Like it was a
Yeah.
joke anyways." Like like they didn't
But
care and
not gym.
that's like actual academics. They were like, "You don't need to do it. It's fine."
It actually is so absurd that we always had to do that. All of my years, every single time I missed gym, I had to stay after school. And I'm like, should I stay after school for AP English or gym? And I'm like, well, I guess gym. And I would go walk laps around the track inside before soccer practice to
Before
make
soccer
up
practice.
gym. But look, I
Oh
mean,
my
a healthy
god.
lifestyle is very important and you've got to teach it. So I
Hey,
realize there are worse things.
who are we to say we might be nowhere without Mr. Barrington? Honestly, we
Honestly,
might be
I
nowhere.
feel bad. Shout out to Mr. Barrington.
Yeah. Oh my
I
no,
feel
I
bad.
love him, but like he was a strict one, that's for sure.
Yeah. I also think, like, so besides missing gym and school, we missed a lot socially in high school. Like, we missed parties and proms and, like, just normal hanging out with friends on the weekend. But I do think we always had a sense, like, deep down, even though it was really hard, I do think we always had this sense deep down that we were missing a party at somebody's house that we were going to sneak to for something that was like bigger and really important and was going to like lead to future success. But it was hard as a 17-year-old to like make that call all the time.
It obviously now, like, we've done what we've done, we've, like, had amazing careers, like, it was all worth it, but at the time, like, me missing a school dance or, like, a party at a friend's house or, like, a barbecue, something like, that was a huge deal to me, like, I would, like, cry about it
I
because
know.
I feel like those years you really wanna be social, like, you wanna be with your friends, you wanna be, like, cool, like, you just wanna be cool, and, like, it's, like, embarrassing saying that now because it's, like, who cares if I was cool in high school or not, but, like
Well, you were. For the record, she was cool.
but you
It
so
was so
desperately
annoying.
you so I don't see, but I didn't feel like I was cool because, like, I feel like I was just seen
Everybody's
as, like
everybody's rolling their eyes, but it's fine. Tell us how you feel.
you just felt like the soccer girl, like, I felt like I wasn't, like, the pretty girl or the attractive girl. I felt like the soccer "Oh, she's always going away for soccer. Oh, you can't come because you have soccer." Like, I don't know, it just felt like that.
I mean,
I don't know.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, all right. I don't know.
No,
I
no,
don't
no. We
know.
do. We both know. Missing things socially in high school is hard. I think it was hard for our parents to constantly be like helping us make those decisions. They wanted us to have a balanced life. I think we also like in a way tried to then make up for it, and we'd like try and be extra cool when we were home, and obviously that just resulted in us like getting in trouble and like eventually losing our wallets. Um but it's all good. It has all worked out really well. Every time we do this and we like say we're going to talk about this phase in our like life, I'm like there's so much more that we have to say.
I
Like this is like an
know.
endless well of memories and of topics to talk about. So thank God we have this podcast. I do want to move on to some of our other segments this week, but as this U17 tournament goes on, you know, as we move into playoffs for the NWSL, as we move into the World Cup in a couple of years, I think we have so many like stories to tell and topics to go over and like things we haven't spoken about before. So I'm really, really excited to keep this going. Right now, it's time for our Verizon Gets You Closer segment where we're actually going to share our highs and lows of the past week or so. So, Kristie, what's been your high this week?
Honestly, like, probably getting to spend some time with you would be my high. Like,
So sweet.
it's so nice just, like, having time with you and, like, we've just had I mean, we're just sisters, like, we just it just feels good being with you and just, like, go even though it was just, like, a little overnight, like, that felt really special to me that we were able to get away and kind of, like, just, like, let loose and, like, we both just have so much going on, like, I'm obviously a new mom and you have, like, a job and dogs and you just are so busy, and being able to get away and just have some time that was, like, kind of just for us was really nice. My low was being on the phone with the credit card lady. She really kind of made me feel she didn't do it on purpose, but she made me feel a little bit stupid and a little
Ashamed.
bit low, and I was like, "What do you mean you can't internationally send a credit card? Is that, like, not allowed? Since when is that not allowed?"
I know. I'm also like, it's just London. Like, it's just flip it over here, you know?
Yeah, and now I have to, like, get dad involved, and he's gonna be like, "What do you like, oh, yeah, let me send you your license and credit card." Now, like, I obviously, like, don't have any money right now, so, like, I have Sam's credit card on my Apple Pay, so, like, she's seeing everything that I, like, normally spend money on, and she's like, "Oh, what are you doing, like, here?" And she's like, "Oh, well, that was expensive. How much did you get?" You know, like, last night I, like, ordered Nando's and I, like, ordered way too much, and she was like, "Yeah, that why did you order that much?" So she can, like, now she gets alerts on her phone, so she can, like, now see where I am, like,
Yeah,
all
we don't need
day.
that. We don't need that. We need the independence of being able to make silly feather purchases all on our own without our partners telling us that that was dumb.
Exactly, yeah, so I'm, like, stuck like this until my credit card gets here. Alright, what's your low? What was your low?
As Good Vibes listeners already know, Chester broke his leg.
Ugh.
And I have already told the story on this week's episode of Good Vibes, but my low was on the plane home from London getting an email from Pat because the Wi Fi was bad. And I was communicating with Pat over email, getting an email from Pat that Chester's femur was broken, putting my head in my hands like this and going, and
Did
then
you cry on the
realizing,
plane?
yeah. And then I cried for like 10 seconds. And then I was like, you're alone on a plane. Like, stop crying about your dog. Like, just like, stop. Snap back in. Let's sort this out. Let's get back into business mode. We have to deal with this. You don't have time to be emotional. I feel really sad for Chester. And I feel really guilty that I put him in that situation. And I feel like I should have been there. But it's one of those things where it's just like, I'm not a bad person because my dog broke his leg. I think I'm going to like turn this one into my high because Pat and I like took for us, this was a crisis. For us, Chester breaking his leg was a family emergency. Like that's like it
Yeah.
was like really serious. And I think it actually gives me a lot of confidence the way we handled it because he got hurt on Friday and by Monday night he had surgery and was home. And we in between there we took him to the vet, got x-rays, took him to an animal hospital 3.5 hours away, got him the surgery, picked him up and got back to Vermont. And it's like I as much as I felt like a bad dog mom that this happened, I feel like our reaction to it actually was like proof that we were like capable and like good dog parents and that we would do anything for him and that we really care about him. So it was like a horrible low and like was really stressful and really hectic and really emotional. But I think our reaction gives me confidence that like we can handle a lot and we're like capable of like taking care of stuff when it comes up. So it like kind of turned into a high because I felt really grateful for the decisions that Pat made without me and the way we handled it and how our family has stepped up to support us. And it gave me perspective on like life and like how important it is to have people in your life that you can count on. So
Deep, man. Going deep. Love that.
always going deep.
Okay, let's put a picture of Chester here, and we love you, Chester. We love you.
Thanks, Auntie. Thank you, Auntie. All right, well, let's keep it deep, Kristie.
Ooh.
That was our Verizon Gets You Closer segment. Thank you, Verizon. We love ya. I want to keep it deep, Kristie. I want to do a little mom aunt check in. You know, one of our regular segments is going to just be like checking in on you, checking in on Jagger, seeing what's going on. And I actually wanted to talk about what it's like to watch you be a mom, and I wanted to tell you.
Oh, okay.
So when I'm in London, and I mean, I've seen you with Jagger now, like we've had several week-long trips of like being together, and I've been watching you be a mom. And I think it like always like strikes me because I think I just realize how 100% 24/7 365 of a job being a mom is. And I think when other people who don't have kids like me, when you think about it, I think you're like, yeah, the kids take naps and the kids sleep for 12 hours a night and you'll have time to yourself. And it's just like not really true. Like even when he's asleep, you're preparing something for him or you're thinking about what's next or you're like doing the bare minimum to like survive yourself. Like you don't have like luxury leisure time. And I think it's just to see you so fully committed and invested in somebody else has been really eye-opening for me to like see what motherhood is like and how selflessly you like handle everything. It's been really like cool to witness that from you.
Thank you so much, Sam. That was very sweet. But it is like, yeah, I mean, it is so full on, it's all consuming. But the thing that everyone keeps telling me is that this everything is a phase, basically. So like this phase of his life, he really, really needs me. And like I'm going to in a couple of years when he doesn't need me as badly, I'm gonna look back on these years and be like, oh my God, like I'm so grateful that I had those years where like he needed me to hold him for his nap. Like even though I had to pee so bad, it didn't matter. I still had just had to hold him for the entire nap. And like just like I came home from Oktoberfest. It doesn't matter that I was tired. I was exhausted. I wanted to just pass out in bed and sleep for 10 hours. But Jagger wasn't tired and he still wanted milk in the night. It's so demanding and it's so heavy and it's very daunting at times, but it's the best gift ever and he's not going to need me like this one day, so I'm really just trying to embrace it. And it's also made me slow down a lot. Like I feel like I used to live a million miles an hour. Like I'd be at the grocery store grabbing everything and chucking it in the basket. I would like speed walk to an appointment and be there 20 minutes early. Like I just feel like I lived on such like a all I had to do was take care of myself and I was just constantly in a rush. Like when you have a kid, like you can't really go anywhere fast. The baby always needs something. You just kind of have to slow down and cherish the little moments. So I feel like that's definitely something that I've learned. And I mean, I'm learning something new every day and he's testing me every single day, but I know that what I'm doing is what I was always meant to do and it feels really good. But I love seeing you as an auntie.
Yeah, what's it like to watch me be an auntie?
It's so warm and fuzzy seeing you being auntie because like I honestly thought once you met Jagger I was going to have to kind of like be like, okay, well like this is a diaper and you slide it under his butt. You use this wipe. Like I thought I was going to have to kind of like talk to you like that. Even though I don't really even know what I'm doing
Well, I
either.
mean, you did teach me how to change a diaper, but I also like babysat when I was a teenager. So like I have changed a diaper before in my life.
Yeah, but it's still really like confronting when it's like
Yeah.
this baby's so tiny and like I have to keep it happy
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I
yeah,
also
but
definitely made a couple mistakes.
you did so good, and you're still so good with him. Like, he absolutely loves mirror time with you. Like, he giggles so hard. You're bringing him, like, little gifts every time you come. Like, it's just so special to see you in that light.
I brought him a pumpkin book, everybody. I brought him like a little hungry caterpillar pumpkin book. because I saw it in the airport and I was like, Jagger would love this. It's like he's 6 months old. He doesn't know what it is, but that's fine. He actually does love reading though.
He does. And you
Like
reading to him that
you kind of told me that last time and you were like he's turning the page and he's a genius and I was like shut up. He's like obviously no he's not. But like he's kind of
he
into it. Like he's engaged in the book.
he's totally into it. He loves bedtime because we do like a book every night. He loves it. And yeah, you just being here with him and like just you being my sister and like seeing you with him is just like such a warm and fuzzy feeling. And you're very, very good at it.
Well, thank you so much. I know that mom and dad are going to be visiting you over this weekend. So next week on our episode, I'm excited to hear what it's like to watch mom and dad be grandparents. Maybe we can get a little bit more into that. All right, we are about to wrap up. I did want to read this quick email though from a listener who sent us an email to ask a question about Kristie's wedding.
Aw.
So Tanya writes, "Good afternoon. Loved the first episode. Already so used to Sam and her smooth and ease on the podcast." Oh, I didn't realize there was
Oh.
a compliment for me in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you didn't.
Back to Tanya, but was pleasantly surprised with how at ease Kristie seemed to be. Together, they are so funny. Are we?
Tanya's meat and potatoes.
Keep
Tanya
it
is
coming,
meat and
Tanya.
potatoes.
Keep it coming, Tanya. We love this meat and potatoes. I'm wondering if Kristie may address her engagement story. Anything she's willing to share. So stoked for this podcast. Thanks, Tanya. Tanya, thank you so much for writing in. Kristie, obviously every week, everybody, we're going to like talk about Kristie's wedding, which is coming up. It's in like 10, 11 weeks. I don't know if people know your engagement story. Can you share it?
I know. I don't think I ever really I mean, I obviously shared pictures of it, but yeah, I don't really ever think I have shared the story. So basically, it was Sam's off season and she was coming
Sam
over to
Kerr.
visit me. Yes, Sam Kerr's off season. Love her, Sam. And she was over visiting me and I had had a break this was when I was playing for Gotham in New York and I had like a weekend off. So we were planning on going to Newport, Rhode Island to our friend Steph's house, where we have spent some time there before. She has like a beautiful house near the water, and the little town of Newport is just like so lovely in the summer. So we were going there, and I had booked a surprise for Sam's birthday, and we were going to go out on a boat and just kind of like spend the day on the boat and like eat and have a couple drinks and just be on the water. So I was like so excited to surprise her for this. Little did I know she had like a whole nother surprise up her sleeve. We got there, we woke up the next day. I like told her about the boat. I was like, well, I just wanted to tell you that I have a surprise for you for your birthday. Like we're going on a boat today. And she was like, "Oh, like sick." And she did kind of like her like fake excitement. And I was like, "Ew, like what? Why are you not excited?" I got over it, whatever. I think Sam's like, she's not, doesn't really get that like excited about things. Like she's very just like, "Oh, nice." I just thought it was like one of those situations where she was just
Yeah.
like kind of being passive about it. Then like our friend Steph is like, "Oh, like let's go to this let's go to they have like these like famous mansions in Newport, on Bellevue Ave. That's like the name of the street. They're basically castles. They're so beautiful. They're overlooking the water. They're very historic mansions." So Steph was like, "Let's go to this mansion. Like it's a place that me and Aaron are looking at to maybe like have something like pre-wedding," because they were getting married that year. Sam like brings a black bag with her, and I was like, "Why does she have her like side bag?" I didn't want to go. Like there was like so many elements to it. Like
Wasn't somebody like put on something cuter than that?
yeah, like I had on like Nike shorts and a tank top, and I was just like, I don't care. Like I was doing like my tough Kristie thing. Like I was like, I don't care. Because like people go to this mansion and they like get all dressed up and take pictures and stuff. And I was just like, well, this is what I'm wearing. I don't care. And Sam like reverse psychologied me and she was like, "Okay, fine, wear it. Wear it." And I was like, "Oh, well, okay, now I can't wear it. I actually have to change." She like gets dressed. I get dressed. I put on this like little set. We have on the same color. Like neither of us ever wear blue. And we both have on this like navy-ish blue. And I hate navy blue and I have it on. I don't know why. She has it on as well. She never wears it. She has her like side bag with her, but I was like, I was already pissed off that I was just like, I don't even care why she has her bag. We get there, no one else is there. And like this is a very like public place. Like people go there all day. We walk around back. And it's just like the most beautiful mansion ever. Like it's honestly so gorgeous, overlooking the water. I think I was like doing something on my phone or like chatting to Steph. And then I turned around and Sam was like kind of far away from me. And she has this like smile where it's like she's up to no good smile. And in that moment, I feel like I kind of knew what she was gonna do because of just the way that she was looking at me. I obviously start ugly crying as I, like, walk over to her, and I was, like, shuffling my feet because like, my Achilles were really sore. Like, I was just, like, doing this, like, yeah, and
Ew.
I was like, babe," and I was, like, hobbling over to her like such a weirdo. She got down on one knee, and she was just like, "I've been, like, waiting so long to ask you this." I don't even know if she said anything else. Like, I could tell she was a little bit nervous, and, like, I knew how she felt and, like, what she, like, wanted. So, I obviously said yes, and they had a photographer. Steph and, her fiancé, Erin, and Sam, they had organized a photographer, so they caught the moment on camera, and we just, like, have such beautiful photos. And then Sam surprised me again and had all my family and friends come to Steph's house as we got home, so I got to celebrate with all my friends and family, and it was, like, such a like, it was so lovely. Like, it was so nice, so lovely. Like, I'm from England now.
So obviously I was there, and I remember we got told that you were gonna get back to Steph's house at like 11:30. So I show up to Steph's house at like 10, and I'm like, I'm doing a workout, I'm swimming laps in the pool. Like, I'll be out when they get back at 11. Like, I'll be out. I'm gonna swim for 30 minutes. So I'm swimming. It's like 10:30. I'm like mid lap, and somebody is like, Sam, they're home. And I literally was like, "What?" Like, they're an hour early. I'm working out. I'm swimming laps in the pool. So I get out of the pool, put my dripping wet hair up in a bun, put my clothes back on over my wet bathing suit, and now in all of your engagement pictures, I have, like, wet hair in a bun and wet clothes because I was, like, mid-workout. And I remember
But
being, like,
hey.
so annoyed because everybody else looked so nice, and I was just, like, wet.
At least you got your workout in.
Always the most important thing. That was so wonderful. I loved hearing that story. There's definitely some pictures we can share if you're not watching this on YouTube. You missed some pictures. But Tanya, what a great question. Thank you so much for writing in to ask that. If anybody else has questions for this section, questions about anything, write into us at womensgamemib@menandblazers.com, and we could read your email on the show. We've got 6 more episodes coming your way in 2025. The next one is coming out next week. So, Kristie, we're already back on the books to record again next week. I'm very excited. It'll be out Friday, October 17th. TWG is back next week with a full slate of podcasts, everybody. Teaming Up with Becky Sauerbrunn is coming out on Monday. That episode is with Lauren Holiday. And then Good Vibes comes out on Tuesday. Friendlies comes out on Thursday. Mewis-Kerr comes out on Friday. So we're very, very busy over here. Make sure you are subscribed to this podcast feed for all of TWG's content. You can also follow along with us across all social media. You can subscribe to our newsletter. You can join us on Discord. But thank you all so much for listening. Kristie, what are your parting words?
This is just, like, so fun. I just love it, and I can't wait for next week already. Like, this is literally so fun.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Well, thank you all so much for listening to us. We just love you, and thank you for letting us hang out every week for work. Okay, bye.
Bye.